We already have a data collection. Now it would be a good idea to display it. In Android, there are a number of controls which support the displaying of collections. These include List View, which is probably the most popular, but also Grid View, which is used to display elements in a grid, as well as Spinner and Gallery. All these controls are similar in that they need a data source to be displayed. In most cases, it's an adapter. An adapter is a construction which, in the case of Android, is responsible for storing data or the appearance of particular elements. If we treat the view and the adapter as a MVC, that is, a model view controller, in the case of the view, which can be list view or grid view, we're dealing with a view whose task is solely to display elements, while the adapter in this case is both a model and a controller. The adapter is responsible for both storing data and displaying elements in the form of relevant views. In this module, we'll discuss the array adapter, which is a simple implementation of an adapter for quick use in one's own project. At the same time, I'll show you how we can expand the default implementation in order to tap into the possibilities provided by Android in terms of creating our own controls and taking full advantage of its capabilities. We'll also learn how to optimize the adapter for its best performance so that it displays the data smoothly. We'll begin by creating an array adapter. In our to-do list activity, we already have a ready list which we set at the very beginning. Now we need to call the setListAdapter method. It will automatically pass the adapter which we'll set to the list view below. To do so, we have to create an adapter. It can be, for instance, an array adapter. It's parameterizable. Here, we pass the type of object, which has to be stored in the adapter as a collection. In our case, we pass to-do, so we'll actually have a list of to-do elements inside the adapter. In the simplest case, the array adapter constructor receives two parameters. The first one is a context. In our case, it will be getApplicationContext. As the second parameter, we provide the ID of the resource we want to use to display particular lines. We have to pass the layout here, which will be prepared as a single line. As a default in Array Adapter, it has to be a layout consisting of only one text view. That's why in many cases, if we want to display only a straight line, we can use the ready layouts which are available for Android. We've used this, for instance, when working with the ID elements or colors, but so far we haven't used it in the Java code. In case of the Java code, in order to use the existing constants provided with Android, we should use the Android R-type construction. In our case, the type will be a layout. Several very simple layouts are available, which are nevertheless used very often. In our case, we'll use Simple List Item 1. In the layout implementation, we see that it's a text view with a couple of set parameters. Now we have a ready adapter, which we can pass to the setListAdapter. Because we'll later try to fill it with data, we'll transform the adapter into a field. Once we've got the data in our async task and have displayed it, we can fill the adapter with this data. In our case, we'll use the array adapter, which has, for instance, the add all method. It can take a collection, so we can pass the entire to-dos collection to it. Thanks to the versatile character of the array adapter, we need only 3 lines to display the data. Unfortunately, we can't see them yet, because the default adaptation assumes the white color of the text. That's why we need to change the color of the background in our application. We set green as the background color of our list. Now our elements are displayed in the form of a list which we can scroll. Each element is a text view which occupies the full width.